Hello, you guys, and welcome back. Or should I just say welcome back to the Love Letters from Lakyn podcast. If you notice that my voice sounds a little bit different, your girl is struggling to get through peak allergy season, and this is the effect. This is the effect of the allergies and the pollen. Welcome back, you guys. I know it's been so long. I think it's been a month away from the podcast. You guys know, if you follow my Instagram, I posted that I just kind of needed a little break, a little cleanse, if you will, from this creative outlet. Personally, I get into creative ruts. Don't know about you. I think it's pretty common for the creatives of the world and just everybody else. We all get burnt out with something. And for me, I got a little bit burnt out with podcasting. I got a little burnt out with creating content in general. Haven't been posting much on TikTok. My Instagram posts have been, fluctuating. There are a few posts out from when I went to Los Angeles, obviously, because that was a very inspiring time, but we've been lacking a little bit. I think I've been focused more on my personal life and my health and wellness, my happiness, just everything on the inside, like internally I've been working on myself a lot and kind of focusing on that. So that's where I've been. I think I just needed a little bit of time away to figure out what the hell I'm doing and like where I want to be. Okay, now I'm just talking just to talk about it. You guys know I've been on my health and wellness grind. Yeah, hopefully my voice doesn't sound too crazy on the microphone. I really have no idea how it's going to pick up. But let's get into the episode. Today I'm kind of just want to play catch up with you guys and talk about what I've been up to in the past month, which has been a lot, to be honest with you. So let's take a little drink of my water because we have a lot to get to. Okay. First and foremost, yes, allergy season is upon us, okay? If you guys don't know me personally, then you don't know that I suffer from like chronic seasonal allergies. But the problem is, my seasonal allergies are all year round. They are every season. So like each season change, I literally get so sick from the pollen, whether it's ragweed or trees or grass, whatnot. I suffer so bad, you guys. And it always hits me out of nowhere. Like I know it's coming, but I never know, okay, what like week is it gonna be? Is it gonna be in March? Is it gonna be in April? Is it gonna be in May when it hits me? And it was last week. So I wanted to come back to the podcast last week. That was my plan. But I got hit with the tree pollen. It like suddenly got really high in my area, okay? So when the tree pollen is high, Lakyn is low. Let's just say that. And I got so sick, lost my voice. I was sneezing constantly. My eyes were swollen shut when I was waking up in the morning. Cough. Honestly, like, I never took my temperature, but possibly could have been a low fever thrown in there. Like, just so bad, horrible. It was so bad I bought a humidifier. Like, I have never owned a humidifier, which probably should have before, but I bought a humidifier. I was taking all my meds, which the thing is I already am on, I take Allegra and I take a prescription allergy pill called Singular. I take a nasal spray and then I do my eye drops every day. So like I am taking allergy medicine every day, all year round too. But like, oh man, you guys, like when springtime comes and the wind is howling and like the pollen's everywhere, the pollen gets blown into my eyelashes, like all my hairs. I have to wash my hair like every day in the springtime, which I hate doing, but I have to wash it like every day in the springtime because of how bad the allergies are. So if you are a seasonal allergy girly, I feel you and I'm so sorry, like genuinely so sorry for you. I would not wish it upon my worst enemy. Like 2 things I wish I could experience life without: allergies, anxiety, the double A, okay? All right. Second life update, you guys. Your girl is officially a girlfriend. Can we just like talk about that for a second? Because I think when I first started this podcast, I was still learning a lot about myself. I was a version of myself that, I love and cherish, and I wish I could give her a hug. But I'm so different than who I was a year ago. And a year ago, I was the girl who was desperate for any male attention. I was giving my attention to boys that, excuse me, there's gonna be a lot of that today. Um, Also crazy how we have kept this streak of every time I record the podcast, I either am sick or my nose is running or I sound sick. Can we just like, why do you guys even listen to me? I don't know. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Sorry guys. Okay. Um, I was a girl a year ago who was gravitating towards boys who weren't willing to give me everything that I deserved. And I finally like listened to the people in my life who were telling me like and just stop searching for it. It will come to you. And I feel like God sent me like such a wonderful man that I have begged on my knees asking for. And that's another thing. Last night during like my evening prayer time with myself, I was kind of just sitting here looking around my room like, man, like this is my dream room, my dream bookshelves, my dream vanity. I have everything I could want in here. And for some reason, I still want more. Like, how crazy is that? That we as humans are constantly striving for more. Water break. I was sitting here thinking, like, God, please, like, take away that feeling of wanting more because I don't need it. I just want more. Even though I have things in my life right now that I prayed so hard for months, years, ages ago. You know what I mean? It's crazy how, in present time we pray big and we ask God for these things and he gives them to us and then we're like, okay, but now I want more. Like that's just crazy to me and we're all guilty of it. And I was just sitting here last night thinking like I'm so thankful. Where was I going with that point? How did that start? I really am confused. I am just very thankful and I this is what it was. I prayed I like these past 3 years of my life, okay? I have literally begged, sobbed on the floor for God to give me a man who cares about me, who is good, who knows me, and like I just feel like to be known is to be loved, and I just that's all I asked for, and God gave it to me, and I'm so thankful. And I don't know. I was also just sitting here the other day looking at my vision board, and I have a bunch of things about Los Angeles on there. I went to Los Angeles. I have lots of pictures of me reading and just being like healthy, I guess. Like the portrait of health on my vision board. And when I look at my vision board, it just looks fun. And I see this is so crazy. Like I see a picture of three girls on a trip together and it's reminding me like, oh, I have a bachelorette trip coming up this year. And there's something on my vision board that says God guides my steps, and I feel like this year I've really stepped back into my faith and my Christianity. I don't know. It's just so weird how everything is coming together. And I have pictures of like couples on my vision board, and now I have a boyfriend. I don't know. It's just like it's crazy seeing things come together in real time and seeing things seeing prayers be answered in real time. It's just a crazy thing. Okay, I'm rambling. But yes, bachelorette trip. My good friend Hallie, you guys know she's been on the pod like twice now. Her bachelorette trip is coming up in the next month. I'm so excited. Um, I'm not gonna say where we're going, but like it's just cute. We're going to a place in Oklahoma. I know that sounds kind of crazy for a bachelorette trip, but there's this beautiful museum called Philbrook Museum that we're gonna go to. We are gonna do a tea with the bride, like a tea party thing. We're gonna do martinis and bikinis because there's a hot tub at our Airbnb. It's gonna be so cute and I'm so excited. I just can't wait for her to see what we have planned for her. So I'm super excited for that. And don't worry, she already knew about the stuff that I just mentioned. So we don't have to worry about her finding out anything because I'm not spilling any beans here. But yeah, Hallie's bachelorette trip, I'm super excited for that. We opened our pool. If you guys don't know, I have a pool in my backyard. Excuse me, there's like a tickle in my throat and I just need to get it out before we move on. So if you're watching on YouTube and you see like pauses in the camera, that's me coughing, okay? But yes, we opened the pool. I'm so excited. It's been like, despite all the allergy stuff, it's been beautiful outside. It has been like quite windy, but it's gorgeous. The sun shining is making me so happy. I'm still pretty consistent with my daily walks. And by the way, I have been consistent with running every day. However, when I got sick last week, I took a good chunk of time off because I could not run with my lungs not working properly and the coughing and the sneezing. It just wasn't possible for me, but I did still try to get like some movement in every day, whether that was like lifting weights or doing like yoga or walking. Anyways, and by yoga, I mean me searching up a yoga like 10-minute YouTube video. You know what I mean? Which still counts. It still counts to move your body every day. Okay. Um, let's talk about. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys how he asked me to be his girlfriend. He said he had originally ordered like this sign that was like, "Will you be my girlfriend?" and he was gonna bring it when he picked me up from the airport. But he said it like kept getting delayed and then the package was lost. So he picked me up from the airport with a dozen red roses and said, "Will you be my girlfriend?" And I said, "Yes, of course." So that's just so exciting, guys. I'm happy. I'm really happy. And I'm trying to convince him to come on the podcast because I think that would be so fun. So stay tuned for that because it will be happening. Like, that's kind of like a given if you start dating me. You know what I mean? Before I get into Los Angeles, I do want to quickly recap that I went to Nashville, Tennessee. I think this was the first week that I was taking a break from the podcast. My current boyfriend, he wasn't my boyfriend at the time, but my boyfriend, he his family works this huge Nashville guitar show every year, okay? And it's in Franklin, Tennessee. But they call it the Nashville. I don't know. Whatever. They really needed extra hands this year, and I just happened to have a day off work because this was on spring break. And he was like, "What are the chances you would come like help us work? We will pay you, we'll pay for your gas, blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Okay, like free trip, I get paid, and I get to stay in a hotel with my boyfriend. Yes, please sign me up." So, went to do that. It was like so fun. It was definitely like hard work. We were doing, long hours of work. But I got to meet Chris Stapleton, which was really cool. I also don't know if you guys know who Vince Gill is. I think he's like a musician, guitarist, perhaps. But I accidentally sold him a ticket, and like all the workers, they were like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you just sold him a ticket. Like, he's famous. That's so funny." I'm like, okay, serious question. Do I look like I know who these people are? I barely even recognize Chris Stapleton. I'm sorry. Like, I know his music, but I couldn't put a name to a face, whatever. Like, you had to tell me, like, "Oh, that's Chris Stapleton right there." Brad Paisley was also there. I didn't get to meet him. Bummer. But it was super cool. It was so fun. I got to meet a lot of my boyfriend's family and we just had a good time, and we had our nights off of work, so we would go get dinners and like have drinks, and it was just so much fun. I had a good time. However, when I got back, I of course like was so exhausted, and this kind of added to like the mental exhaustion that I was experiencing and like the physical exhaustion, hence why I was needing the break from the podcast. Like, things were just so crazy in my life this past month. I just really needed some time away. Toby, he always does this. He always goes into his litter box and makes a lot of noise while I'm recording. He's like, "You're on my time, Lakyn." Anyways, so yeah, the Nashville trip, I took that trip the weekend before I went to Los Angeles, which maybe wasn't a good idea, but at the same time, I made extra money from it for the trip. Does that make sense? So, went to Los Angeles, California, visited Bestie Kennedy for her birthday. We had a great time. I do want to say we low-key had bad luck, and it was kind of like comical. It was sad, but kind of comical. So basically, Kennedy got really sick a couple days before the trip. And we were like, oh, it's okay. Like, she'll be fine by the time I get there. I get there on Friday. She's still like pretty down bad. She had went to urgent care before picking me up from the airport. Next morning, she's still rough. Has to go to urgent care again. And they're only giving her like allergy medication. I think she just had some really bad allergies, kind of like I did. And so that sucked. However, we still had a great time. She still had a great time. She wasn't like so down bad to the point where we couldn't go out and do things and stuff. So we still had a great time, even if it wasn't what we planned. It was great. Um, the weather the first 2 days was beautiful, perfect, sunny, 70 degrees. Okay, it was like sunny and 70, and that was wonderful. The last 2 days, it was like rainy and foggy and gross. And those were the 2 days that we went to the Hollywood sign to try to see it. And she took me to all these lookout spots, and like you literally couldn't see the sign because of how foggy it was. So that was kind of bad luck, but I did on the last day, which was her birthday, March 31st. We went to another lookout spot, which is like really close to the Hollywood sign, and we had like a peak of like 2 hour time where it was sunny out, and I got to see it in clear view, and it was wonderful and so surreal. It was really cool being there. I will say, she asked me, she was like, so what do you think? Like, what? How would you compare? Like, do you like New York or LA better? New York City or LA? And I was like, I honestly still feel like I'm a New York City girl. Mind you, I've only been to both of these places once in my life, but I just feel like I'm such a New York City girl opposed to LA. I don't know. Sue me. Anyways, I spent so much money while I was there because obviously they have so many shops there that we don't have in Missouri. Like, it is just the perfect shopping opportunity. And I knew I was going to be spending a lot of money shopping. So, really, no big deal on that. They had a Chamberlain coffee. So, I got to try that, which was super exciting because I love Emma Chamberlain. And let's see, is there any other like crazy things that I saw? I don't know. Here is my, like, this was my one celebrity sighting, okay? We were at Kennedy's birthday dinner, this nice restaurant. They bring out plates and like courses. So we were sitting at this restaurant. It was me, Kennedy, and her other friend Mia. And we're just chatting. They brought us free Prosecco, complimentary for her birthday. And Kennedy goes, oh, role model just walked in. She's like, don't freak out. And I literally look over and I'm like, immediately starts freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. You guys, he looked so handsome. His smile, his face was like glowing, like his smile was beaming. He looked beautiful. I love Role Model. If you don't know who that is, Tucker Pillsbury. He used to date Emma Chamberlain. He's a singer, songwriter. Love him. Okay? You might know his song. What is like one of his first popular songs? Okay, well, one of his most popular songs right now is Sally When the Wine Runs Out. Super good. Let me look up Role Model. Oh, he has a single called Blind, Forever and More, Hello. Anyways, I'm like so all over the place right now. But he also toured with Gracie Abrams. And he's just overall like such a funny dude. Like, I love him so much. I feel like his fandom is just so funny, and we all have so many inside jokes, and I just love that. The whole night I was debating, like, should I go up to him? Because they like escorted him inside. We were sitting outside and he was sitting inside. And I went to the bathrooms, which are in between outside and inside, okay? And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like peek over, see who he's with, like, without trying to look stalkerish. So imagine me at the bathrooms, like, I pretended to be on the phone, like, peeking around to see who he's sitting with. And he was like mid conversation with a bunch of like older men. So I was like, okay, I'm not going up to that table. He looked like he was in conversation with maybe his team or something. But either way, sad I didn't like get a picture or anything, but also at the same time, like, it was just so cool to just see him and be in his presence and know that we were eating dinner at the same place. You know what I mean? So that was really cool. That was really surreal. I called Sydney immediately. I was like, you're never gonna believe who is in this restaurant right now, because I knew she like was probably one of the only people in my life who cared as much as I did. But yeah, that was super cool. That was my only celebrity sighting. But we had lots of coffees, we did flea markets, we did lots of shopping, lots of yummy food. I tried Erewhon, which is this like super popular grocery store chain, but it's like highly overpriced. It's insane. But they're the ones who are famous for like the Hailey Bieber smoothie and all those literally $20 smoothies. I sent a picture to my boyfriend. I was like, guess how much this meal costed? $50. Like I spent $30 on a hot plate, like from the hot bar, $20 on a smoothie. Worth it though for the experience. Like I needed to try it, you know what I mean? But yeah, LA was a good time. It was definitely super fun. Just seeing, it's always cool going to a different state, a different place in the world, and seeing how differently everybody lives, if they live the same as you. I don't know. It was just cool. And I definitely loved what I did like about LA that they don't have in New York City. They have so much greenery. Like, there are fruit trees everywhere. The houses are beautiful. Like, the mountains and also the palm trees, the ocean. Like, there's everything there. You could drive a couple hours, there would be mountains. Drive a couple hours, there's a beach. It was just like, it was stunning. And I would definitely love to go back and explore more parts of it. We went to Laguna Beach one day. It was beautiful. Guys, the beach, oh my gosh. The beach was stunning. There's like rocky cliffs with palm trees overhead, and people were just laying out on the beach reading and having picnics. It was the life. People were playing beach volleyball everywhere. Like, it was just so beautiful. And I had such a great time. It's stunning there. I love it. Let's get into our weekly report. So I'm doing this episode a little bit differently. I kind of wanted the report to be the chunk, like the meat of the episode. And it's not going to be our regular report. You guys know that the original, like, weekly report trend is reading, eating, playing, watching, obsessing, recommending, and treating. You guys know that I normally do something different. I do my own version of the weekly report. This week we are doing like the original weekly report, just so I can kind of give you guys an overview of what I've been doing lately, what's been going on in my life. I just wanted to do it, just wanted to try it out this week, see how it goes. Okay, you know what though? Before we get into that, I forgot that I wrote down some extra life updates in my notes this morning because I was like remembering things this morning as I was preparing for the episode. So, first thing, Hamilton announced that Leslie Odom Jr. is returning as Aaron Burr on Broadway this fall, you guys. And can we just recognize that I put New York City on my vision board this year because I wanted to take another trip to New York this year. Maybe this is my sign. I texted my sister immediately. I was like, we need to go. He's going to be there. He's going to be Aaron Burr from September to November. And I think we're going to try to go in November. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I can afford it, but like, I'd sure love to try. Minecraft movie is out. I have not seen it yet, but let me just tell you this like quick little story about this YouTuber that I found and this reference that was made in the movie about him. So I guess there is this YouTuber named Technoblade, and he is in the movie, and Jack Black's character, which I think Jack Black is Steve, character looks at Technoblade and they're like, what is that? And he's like, that's a legend. And I'm like, who is that? Why is this so significant? So I go on a deep dive on Technoblade on TikTok. Apparently, you guys, this was a very, very big, well-known Minecraft YouTuber and streamer, or maybe it was just a YouTuber. And he passed away from cancer a few years ago. And they put him in the movie. So here I am, deep diving Technoblade on TikTok, watching his last YouTube video ever, which, mind you, starts off with, if you're watching this, I'm dead. Hello? I'm sobbing, tears streaming down my face. Never even seen the Minecraft movie, never watched this guy in my life, but I'm just like sobbing over this stranger on the internet who's passed away and all the people that he brought together. Okay? Anyways, I just needed to get that out. But I really do need to see the Minecraft movie because y'all, like, come on. You have to see it for the vibes. Like, I grew up playing Minecraft with my cousins and my siblings all the time. We got in huge fights over it. We would steal each other's stuff out of each other's chests. We would blow each other's like houses up. It was a whole thing. If you know, you know. I feel like it's a universal experience if you have siblings or cousins. I also, you guys, bought tickets to see the Revenge of the Sith re-release. I'm making my boyfriend come with me. He's never seen Star Wars, so that's something I'm forcing him to watch. But Revenge of the Sith, if you don't know, it's one of the prequels, but it's the third episode. So with Star Wars, you have to watch, in my humble opinion, you need to watch episode 4, episode 5, episode 6, and then you need to watch 1, 2, and 3. Now, this makes sense because 4, 5, and 6 came out first. So you are watching them in like the way they were released. But the like chronological storyline way of it would be to watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But no, you need to watch 4, 5, and 6 before and then watch the prequels because 1, 2, and 3 are prequels. Anyways, I'm sorry for my Star Wars spiel. Let's get into the weekly report. There is like still a tickle in my throat and it's really bothering me. I'm currently reading Fearless by Lauren Roberts, which came out this past week. Guys, I'm super excited that this is finally here. I did not like Reckless too much. It was fine. It wasn't my favorite book ever, but I am excited to see if she can get me to be interested in this series again. I will say I'm about 100 pages in and I'm enjoying it so far. Curious to see where she takes us. She added this is not a spoiler, she added a new POV into the book, so that's exciting. Okay. Yes, reading Fearless. I read Daisy Jones and the Six with my book club and I rated it 4 stars. I actually really enjoyed this book. I feel like it took me forever to finally get to it, but I did enjoy it. I kind of hated that there weren't official like chapters in it. It was just like there's stages, they're like eras of life. So like each album recording and their tours and whatnot. But I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna start watching the show. I watched the first episode and I noticed right off the bat that lots of things are different from the show and the book, but people are saying to keep going with it and that the show is amazing in its own way. So gonna keep going with that. I read Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, and guys, I just have to say it was a 3-star. I honestly should have rated it like a 2.5 maybe because with it, and skip ahead if you don't want to hear this, if you don't want spoilers. They're not really huge spoilers, but within the first like 5 chapters of this book, there were maybe 5 references to Rhysand from A Court of Thorns and Roses. And here's the thing, I don't think authors get that like we don't want references from other books in our books. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of chuggy. It's just like weird in my opinion. I don't want to hear that the main character resembles Rhysand from ACOTAR and then not hear anything else about his appearance the entire book. That shouldn't be an appearance description. Just tell me, just say he has dark hair. Like, just tell me what he looks like. You know what I mean? I don't want to imagine Rhysand from ACOTAR in my cheesy little contemporary romance. You know what I mean? So that kind of turned me off a little bit. There were also just several like TikTok references, and the family at one point is like reading TikTok comments on this viral video, Thirst Trap, and it's like really weird and I hated it. So like those alone got stars knocked off. Like that was just wow. However, the story was sweet. The romance was sweet. It evoked emotion in me, so I did rate it a 3-star. And like, I would recommend it to a certain audience, you know? Like, some people love that. Some people eat that shit up, but like, not for me personally. Okay, I read Sunrise on the Reaping. I actually listened to it on Audible on my way to Nashville and on my way home from Nashville. This book broke me. I sobbed. I like racking sobs for an hour. You know what I mean? Like it was, and I rated it a 4.5 star. Just because I feel like it didn't hit that 5-star mark for me. Also just because it's so sad. It was so sad. Um, but I'm super excited for the movie. There's been some rumors about casting. There was a rumor that Elle Fanning might be casted as Effie Trinket, and I think that cannot be more perfect. I think she would eat that up. Okay, let's go into eating. Guys, I've been eating so much protein. I don't know. I think it's like the workout kick that I'm on right now, which I hope it's not a kick. I hope it lasts forever. But I've been eating a lot of protein, doing protein shakes, protein waffles, protein pancakes. Salads have been my go-to recently, like packed with fruits and veggies. I love a salad with like I love a salad with no lettuce, where you just load it up with like peppers, avocado, tomato, feta cheese, chickpeas. You know what I mean? Just like loading it up with that stuff. But I also love a kale salad too. Snack plates. I've been really into nectarines, okay? Peaches with like some cheese and crackers. So good. Sensitively Sweet is this local bakery and they serve treats. She's so talented. She makes treats that are alpha gal safe. My mom has alpha gal that are tree nut safe, all nut safe, dairy free, soy free, like a bunch of stuff. And she is a wizard because they are so freaking good. That just reminded me. I got a carrot cake cupcake from her the other day. It was incredible. But that just reminded me one thing about LA that I forgot to mention. There's this place called Sprinkles Cupcakes that I absolutely love. I get it all the time when I'm in Florida because they have them there. They had one in at the mall that we went to in California, and I got a carrot cake cupcake, and I didn't think anything of it. Okay, Lakyn, I should have remembered that most carrot cake recipes call for walnuts and have walnuts in them. So I was like halfway done with this cupcake before I realized I was eating walnuts, and I immediately was like, oh shit, like I have to go take a Benadryl. So that happened, but we're okay. That probably could have been like the snowball of the allergies, you know? I don't know. It was not my day, but we're good now. I've also been eating lots of oatmeal raisin cookies. That's kind of my specialty right now. My boyfriend loves them, my dad loves them. They're so good, and I feel like they're on the healthier side. Don't get me wrong though, you guys. Like I will eat I'm still a sweet treat gal till the day I die. I'm just making more health conscious decisions right now. Playing and watching. Been watching Teen Wolf with my boyfriend. Count how many times I say boyfriend in this episode. I have to make it known now. Restarted my Animal Crossing island and I'm obsessed. I have cherry trees. I'm so excited. I have cherry trees. My airport is blue and my like island layout is really good. Like the town hall is far away from the airport so I can terraform around it. If you know, you know. Playing, okay, Danielle put me on this book, First Time Caller by BK Borison. I've only read Love Light Farms by this author, and I really liked Love Light Farms. It was a cute little Christmas romance. First Time Caller is like this radio host. His show is all about love, except he like doesn't believe in love. And then he gets this call from a girl one day. Well, actually, the girl's daughter calls in for her. Is like, help my mom find love, and you get the gist. Like they start crushing on each other. The radio hosts, whatever. So good. I'm listening to it on Audible. So that's what I'm playing. I'm also playing Eternal Sunshine Deluxe by Ariana Grande. It is so good. You guys know I'm obsessed with Ariana Grande. I was so fortunate because this album and there was a short film that accompanies it came on or sorry, came out the day that I flew to LA. So I was able to just like sit back and listen to that album the whole flight there. And then Kennedy and I sat down that night and watched the short film together. And it was just so special that we got to do that on the day that I went to LA. Henry Come On by Lana Del Rey. That's her new single, which I'm obsessed with, by the way. It's so like country, happy, summery, like I just love it. It feels like when you're sitting outside and the sun is like really warm, but there's a cool breeze. That's what it feels like. And apparently she also has another single coming out this week. One of my friends told me. Gracie Abrams released a live version of her song Death Wish, so that's also what I've been playing. Lots of good music. Lots of good music, you guys. Okay, obsessing. Obsessing over all the new music that's come out, obviously. Obsessing over Substack. Do you guys know what Substack is? It is like I almost want to describe it as Pinterest, and I don't want to say Twitter because like Twitter is toxic and I hate Twitter, but it is. It's like it's the vibes of Pinterest and the like non-toxicity of Pinterest mixed with the format of Twitter. Does that make sense? So like people are blogging on there, people are writing articles on there, but there's also just fun little inspirational quotes. Like this is one I posted on my story today. Uncommon advice. If you don't know what to pursue in life right now, pursue yourself. Pursue becoming the healthiest, happiest, most healed, most present, most confident version of yourself. Then the right path will reveal itself. Like just little things like that. Like I can go on there and essentially doom scroll, but it's not even doom scrolling because I'm only seeing positive, uplifting things. There's like not a single ounce of negativity on that app. And so I'm obsessed with it right now. You guys should all go download Substack because I feel like it's a healthier version of scrolling. You know what I mean? Like if you need a healthier alternative to just scrolling on Instagram. Not saying that there isn't positivity and motivational things on Instagram or TikTok, but like Substack, 10 times better, you guys. Obsessing over how I can improve my life, but not in an unhealthy way. Like I'm not excessively being like, "Oh my gosh, how can I fix this? How can I do this differently?" Like I like the quote, like, you're not a self-improvement project. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not constantly looking for ways to, like, evolve, but I am just really into my health and wellness right now. You guys know this. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Also obsessed with Coachella talk. Coachella is back, and honestly, it looks like a shit show this year. Everyone who's posting about it looks like they're miserable and not having a good time at all. And it's like crazy seeing all the different like budgets of people who are going. Like you'll see a really rich person and they're in this nice hotel, and then you'll see people who scraped up their last penny to go to this festival and they're in a tent with like and taking, doing the public showers. It's just crazy seeing like the difference. And I don't know, I just feel like these music festivals are really only for the rich. You can only go and be comfortable and have a good time if you have the money for it. I don't know, maybe that's a hot take, but I just feel like there's no way these people are having the time of their lives. And maybe that's not the point. Maybe the point is to get dressed up and take cute pictures and see your favorite artists. And that's great. But me personally, I don't think I could camp in the desert. That sounds like hell. Recommending. Okay. This week, I'm recommending moving your body every day, even if it's just like 5 minutes, even if it's just a quick stretch break while you're working. Like, if you're listening to this right now and you need to like stand up and take a stretch break, ladies in the office, if you want to stand up and take a stretch break with me, we can do it together. But anyways, I have found so many benefits from just moving my body every day, even if it's just a walk in the sunshine. It improves my mental health immensely, and I love it, and I could not recommend it enough. Prioritizing taking breaks when you're in a rut. Of course, I wanted to recommend this because I just did that for myself, and I feel like it was really beneficial. It helped me become excited again to film and record the podcast. I feel like when you're doing something every single week, it kind of loses its touch and its magic a little bit, and sometimes you need to take a break. Like people take break from Instagram or TikTok, or you know what I mean. Like even when I take a mental health day from work, like we all need a break sometimes, and we shouldn't feel guilty for taking it. A couple products that I want to recommend. The Merit Beauty complexion stick is my holy grail right now. It is like this, it's just like it is what it's called, a complexion stick. It's not really concealer, it's not really foundation, but you can use it as both. It could be both. And it's so convenient. It glides on smoothly. It blends like a dream. Like I don't know. Recommending that. And then the Laneige lip serum. I just got this in LA. Love the applicator. It's bouncy. The gloss is beautiful. Hydrating. Recommend for sure. Treating. Last one. This week I've been treating myself to, or lately, honestly, just I've been treating myself to a happy, healthy life. I feel like, and I've said this before, I feel like I'm in a really good place right now. I feel like I've just been treating myself good, period. Like when you put all the love that you expect from people in your life into yourself, it just multiplies and like it shows on your face. My dad looked at me the other day. He was like, "You're glowing. Like you look so happy. You look beautiful." And I was like, "Thank you so much." Like it shows, you guys, when your happiness is there. Like it shows on your face, and I love it so much. Training myself to peace of mind, surrendering to God's plan for me. I feel like this has been a big thing for me recently. I have been, you guys know I deal with anxiety greatly. And I think getting back into my Christianity, back into my faith, I've been able to kind of let go and let God and just take those anxieties and the things weighing heavy on me and just lift them up to Him and surrender myself. And in that way, I'm treating myself to peace of mind because I know that He's handling it. He's got it. Letting go of things that don't serve me, that's something I'm treating myself to. I like to think of those things as like, that's a treat. You're treating yourself. Like, that's something you should be doing. Letting go of things that don't serve me and just creating room for the best things in my life and for what God has in store for me. And then a little more materialistic option, I've been treating myself to lots of shopping in LA, but more specifically, I did splurge and buy the Woodland Camo sweat set from Dairy Boy, which is this brand, I don't know how to explain it, just this like clothing brand that I'm obsessed with. I've only ever like looked at their garments. I've never purchased before. And I did it. I caved. I literally used Afterpay for the first time on it ever because I was like, I cannot do this all right now, but you know what I mean. So, got that, excited for it to come in. It comes in on Friday. But yeah, that is my weekly, I guess monthly report because I haven't seen you guys or talked to you guys in a month. But I'm glad to be back. I'm happy that you're here. Thank you for joining me after this month. I know it was a long one. I honestly, going into it, I didn't expect for it to be such a long break, but I feel like it was needed. And I kind of wanted to just listen to my body, listen to my heart about when to come back. And here we are. So thank you so much for being patient with me. Thank you for joining me. Follow me on Instagram at Lakyn Olmstead and at Love Letters from Lakyn. I do still have merch available. Please DM me to purchase because my site is not live anymore. Had to pay for it and couldn't afford that anymore. Speaking of, I've been canceling a lot of subscriptions because that stuff stacks up and I think I always forget how much it stacks up, but just a little side note. Follow me on TikTok and thank you so much for listening. I love you guys. I'll see you next week. And this has been a love letter from Lakyn. Bye.